That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't even part with a penny. He gives her his own old iPhones. Like what? How does that benefit her?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hardly do anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's crying every day that she doesn't have money because she wanted to be rich by this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because she wanted to be a rich doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and and then she's bashing me because I don't give her the money. I don't give it to Savannah because family's
Well,
family.
she said to me that basically this is the time when y'all should be able to relax in life. You and her are old enough that you should be able to retire. On ideally,
Yes.
like a full salary
I
from a
never
major
had the
corporation.
chance
Yeah,
to.
I know.
But the thing is, I never had the chance to retire because
Hmm.
because I never had good jobs and I never really people wanted to knock me out of the education system because
Hmm.
they thought I was inferior
Hmm.
and 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 then plus I was always afraid that I'd have to pay big loans and
Hmm.
mounds of money back
Hmm.
because I know
Hmm.
after you take one course it seems really
Hmm.
tough. Take two courses, after a while you end up with
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
course, all kinds of courses that you mistakenly taken and or
Hmm.
failed at, and then you right away you blew your finances out of the water,
Yeah.
and uh, and then after that you don't care and you just
Hmm.
keep going and going and going, and
Yeah.
and then I should I should have realized that I had processing problems. I didn't know what was. I never heard of processing problems until I looked it up on YouTube, and sure enough, this girl, she can't even hold a job because she can't process things quickly, and
Hmm.
then people don't want to hire her and stuff like that. So she's making her way up the ladder by getting educated online.
I just have one
And
question for you. Was it mostly just the adults in like regular positions like the the faculty and staff as opposed to like student employees who were trying to keep you out?
so these girls, like, I don't know
Mhm.
how I could have done it myself.
There you
Mhm.
go. Okay.
Okay. As I say that again.
Did you ever have trouble dealing with other students? Did other students try to push you out of Reading Area Community College?
Yes.
But they did it via the manipulation of the courses, right? Or did they sometimes, give you snide comments in the hallway or in the offices when they were working as student
Oh
staff?
no. Oh
No.
no. Worse than that. Um, the one woman, uh, she acted like this because I'm handicapped. I'm stupid,
Hmm.
and and then and then she was insulted if I got a higher grade than her,
Hmm.
and she said it in front of the whole class.
Hmm. Because she wasn't afraid to, because she knew the rest of the class would at least subconsciously side with her because they resented your presence,
No,
right?
no. She was the only one. I wouldn't blame
Hmm.
that on the whole
Hmm.
class. Although it did happen to me. What you
Hmm.
said did happen to me
Hmm.
in when I was studying to be a nurse's aide.
Hmm.
It was, and I had to do it with
Hmm.
high school students. And then the thing
Hmm.
was, there were several people that were on that were my friends,
Hmm.
and then other people, all the other people in the class were um, throwing spitballs at me, and
Hmm.
I don't
Oh wow.
know.
Well, here's the other thing. Were most of them white what percentage was Black or Latino or Asian or anything like that?
None.
None. Wow. So you didn't have any Muslims or Hindus there at all? No brown skinned
No,
people?
no,
Oh wow.
no. But I don't know. It's
You know that nearly 50 languages are spoken by the student body of RAC now, right? But I would say it's mostly blacks and Latinos now. I would say some of them more whiter looking Latinos, but still you can tell, you know.
I don't know. It really doesn't matter to me that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean it wouldn't matter to you because you can like get along with most other people, even if they're you know kind of rough with you and stuff like that. Um, but like you did have difficulty dealing with people of other races at Walmart. I mean, other than just that one guy, I'm sure. I mean, I
No,
did at first when go ahead.
I didn't really,
Mhm.
except for the one guy, but that was because he just seemed so. I don't know. Like the more the I took notice of this. This is what I took notice. Don't take offense, but
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to tell you what
Okay,
is now
all right.
in my generation,
Mhm.
in my generation and before that,
Hmm.
you could leave your doors open and you whatever whatever, and nobody even thought anything about it.
Hmm.
And after a while, it just seemed like the children were raised without restraints,
Hmm.
and it's not, and a lot of it was good. That's good. Okay, I'm not
Hmm.
saying it's all bad, because then children can grow the way they want to grow.
Hmm.
But because of the autonomy,
Hmm.
they seem to be pretty corrupt too.
Hmm.
And I don't
Yeah, and I can
so
tell you, I can tell you that the blacks and Latinos in this city have never been exposed to Charlie Kirk's material, which some people called cruel. Yes.
no, but I mean, let me finish it quick.
Yeah.
The thing is, as each generation goes through, they get colder toward their parents, and they get colder toward uh, everybody else because
Hmm.
they think their rights should stick out better than it should.
Hmm.
They're right. They'll push their rights in your face, and
Hmm.
to the point where they're violating your rights.
Hmm.
And that's what I feel offends me, because you know,
Hmm.
and that's why I got upset with the guy. And the other
Hmm.
reason I got upset with the guy is because I was overtaxed with Savannah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to add, basically, if Trump turns out to be the the key Saturnine energy of our time, then um, a lot of people will perceive him to be, the ultimate loss for themselves. They'll perceive him as like a Satan figure, but but it would be an energy that would be necessary to bring us back to wherever we were supposed to be, which presumably is like closer to the way that things were. But it just means that um, we could lose like uh, rights, services, benefits, stuff like that we have now, because of a of a desire somewhere to sort of like smooth things out so that nobody can get any advantage if they present as victims, if you will.
Well,
Well,
I think
yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong for people at the top to decide what the
Mhm.
people at the bottom get,
Mhm.
because they shouldn't touch that.
yeah.
You know, the problem is I feel that
Mhm.
the people at the top don't know what people at the bottom are. They don't even know them. They
Yeah.
think they're, like you said, you know, they don't want to work.
Yeah.
And they're criminals. They're all
Mhm.
criminals.
Mhm.
You pointed really well, and that's the way it is. And yet,
Mhm.
the thing is,
Mhm.
people on the top don't realize that the people on the bottom are the same as they are.
hmm
And you know,
well,
and so
the thing is, like, you you would say, as a typical white male of your generation, you would say that you wouldn't prefer to be, seen as a victim or an oppressor, correct?
um, so what do you mean by a president?
Okay, well, um, okay, I'll be really blunt. The way it's said is racism against white people because white people own black slaves, and stuff like that. And so they think that you automatically have the upper hand because you have white skin, in much the way that Savannah believes that you're loaded because you're white, and you can take a hit because you have so much privilege.
I don't think Savannah thinks that.
Oh, she doesn't? What do you think she thinks? Take a
I
guess. Take your time if you need.
I think she just wants help.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, why do you think? Why do you think there are some some black people who have criticized me for trying to detach you from Savannah, and then other people who have criticized me for encouraging you to help Savannah? You know, it just seems very divided, if you will, even among that population. There, like for example, there are some there are some blacks who appear to act like white supremacists because they adore the 50s and before white culture that Trump is trying to bring back, if you will, because um, because they're very Christian, and they see to most of today's culture as basically filth, if you will, that's poisoning the minds of our
Well,
children.
see, what's Anna, I, I did think like he said about
hmm
Savannah,
Yeah.
but I think what it is, she's
hmm
not.
hmm
She sees herself as white. She doesn't see
hmm
herself as black.
hmm
So um, I don't know why. I think it's because her skin is lighter.
hmm
She doesn't see herself as black.
hmm
Number one. Number two,
hmm
she thinks she she has asked people for money all around her, just
hmm
for survival. And if she has to steal it, she'll steal it. And
hmm
you know, she's just surviving. She's trying to survive, but she
hmm
wants to survive um, with everybody. And so her mother has shut her down when it comes to asking her for any money at all. So
Yeah.
and she went to all her friends,
hmm
and they got they all got tired of
hmm
her wanting to survive.
hmm
So then they don't even talk to her anymore,
hmm
and so she has nobody at all now.
Wow.
So and the whole thing is, it's because people don't have the resources she needs to survive. So I got to the point where I said, don't know, but I just don't know what to do because
Why do you
I
suppose?
know, but
Go
the
ahead.
problem
Yeah.
the problem is that she's on parole now, and it makes it really hard for her. So that's why I thought, well, I'll try to get her to the other end, but I just don't have the resources, and so
Mhm.
I cut it off because she's asking me to risk my whole existence, and I don't think I should do that anymore because I don't know what's going to happen,
Mhm.
and in a way, she doesn't care about to get what she wants. She doesn't care what the outcome.
Mhm.
She doesn't care about the outcome with me. You know, whether I'm
Mhm.
even homeless or anything. Her thing is survival, and so and I didn't know. I thought she was just a thief. It's not. She doesn't do anything
Mhm.
because she likes doing thievery. It's that she doesn't see how she can do it without without trying to steal something or
Mhm.
whatever. And it's the point of she she wants to live like an average American. And I don't know. The problem is she doesn't see that she's hurting the other person, and and she'll just say I offered, and you said that you gave me money and blah blah blah. But her nonchalant attitude about that
Mhm.
made people cut her off. So
Mhm.
you know, because she expects them to care more about her than
Yeah.
they care about themselves,
Mhm.
and that's how she bumped into me. So,
Mhm.
but to tell you the truth, I'm not a generous person.
Yeah.
It's more like I do feel sorry for her because I don't know
Yeah.
how she's going to make it to the other side. Now she's probably going to be homeless outside
Yeah.
because I just had to cut it off because I realized, what am I doing? All I'm going to do. All I'm going to do is cause myself all kinds of financial problems. And then the thing of it is, the legal thing is really bad because if she drives under my license, then I get all kinds of issues. So the problem is to save her job, she had to have my car.
Mhm.
But I told myself I can't do it no more because number one, um, I had a real hard time getting her to stop driving the car. Uh, you know, with us, getting my car back because she basically wanted an easy way to have a car without
Mhm.
worrying about the payments and stuff because she's not good at paying on stuff. So
Mhm.
she would give me a hard time
Mhm.
about she didn't want to pay the insurance. I said, look, you got to pay the insurance or else I can't do the car.
Mhm.
I said, if you don't pay the insurance, I'm taking back the car. And
Mhm.
and really, the whole gist of it is I was trying to help her, and it was overkill because I helped her too much. And it's because I don't know, she she has a way of trying to, she'll say, well, I don't know, she can't explain her. She explains, it's like she made me her dad. So I thought, well, I never had a child, so I'll treat her like my child. But the problem with her is I don't get her any love from her. Just lately, well, like, except now, since I'm cutting her off, she's probably gonna really devastate me in a way, because she's gonna send back the phone that I got her. And I didn't like that, because I don't want an extra phone. I mean, and when she has a phone, she damages it. I mean,
yeah, just like Tara, full of cracks across the whole thing. Like she dropped it like 40 times in a month or something like that, right?
Wow.
Wow.
Savannah already took the SUV and ran the iPhone that I bought her. It was a cheapy iPhone, though. It was one of those outdated iPhones. So she ran over it with a car. But the car, remarkably, I looked at that iPhone and I said, man, these things are tough, because it only smashed the camera. Well, then the whole thing, the camera is no good. I don't know. I mean, it still works, but I don't know. But I never, and the other thing is, when I buy her stuff, she never cared to take care of it. She just likes to, and her mom says she's a spender. She wants to spend.
Yeah.
But she always wants brand new stuff. Oh yeah. Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
I love his selection of programs. They're really good, actually. I don't know why I don't watch TV constructively like that. I just got caught up in the bad stuff all over. Well, anyways, that's Savannah in a nutshell. I mean, she, the problem is, she doesn't have she has no reason to bash me, and so that she does, the last time she did, because I told her I was going to cut her off in February, and February came, and she knew that if I shut her off in February, I shut her off at the last minute, and then she said she wouldn't be able to pay rent, and she said, all right, I'm sending back the cell phone. And I said, well, no, don't do that. I don't need an extra phone. I mean, so, I don't know. Anyways, so that's, my sister was right. The cell phone that was in the picture was a cell phone I bought her. It's a nice cell phone. And she really knows how to pick out a cell phone.
Yeah.
And because she drops and breaks and whatever, I got her, what do they call it? The OtterBox.
Yeah.
But the OtterBox for her cell phone wasn't as good as the one I had. Well, mine had a plastic cover that protected it too. But yet, they don't have the cell phones and iPhones anymore. I don't know why. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, and I liked it when Savannah was happy with things. And I didn't like,
Yeah.
that she has a depression about herself, a
Yeah.
real depression. She if you pointed out to her, she said, "I'm not depressed," but she is. I mean, like, I think it's because she has such hardship that nobody wants to help her, and they all like, see, people should help her together, and I don't know why. See, what tires me is um, I can't. I told her I can't help her singly by myself because number one, you're not my family. Number two, you're Oh, thank you. You're not my family. You're not related to me, and thank you. And so, I guess what I was going to say is, um, and I was overwhelmed a lot of times because she would ask me like really stuff that she just got, she just couldn't handle. So she just didn't know how to handle a lot of stuff
Mhm.
like it would just be like an emergency or something. So then she'd ask if I would, pay for her, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. And then sometimes um, I would, you know, I would think, well, how am I supposed to deal with this? It's not easy for me to do this, and I said I don't know how to. She had to move out of the one neighborhood because her littlest child was getting beat up by a high schooler, like she was in 12th grade, and she's beating on her and beating on her, and I don't know what for. I mean, I think I really don't know why. I mean, um, so Savannah, um, I guess, and she beat on her middle child,
Mhm.
and then so she tried to beat them both, and then
Mhm.
so the next day, I
Mhm.
guess she went out and told
Mhm.
them off. And the next day, she had a cinder block through her car window,
Mhm.
and broke out her window. She was crying to the end, and so I just tried to help her pay for the windows, and then and she had help her move, but neither one of us could find money, and I just happened to had a way of paying for, but the problem is her moving is really horrendous because you have to have three rents together all at once to move a person. One thing about Savannah is she never lost her security deposit
Yeah.
because she's very neat
Mhm.
and clean,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
but I honestly think she thinks she's white.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think she doesn't act black.
Mhm.
She, I mean, I don't know. And then
Mhm.
I just think she feels that I cut
Mhm.
her off, and I didn't want to. I don't want to cut her off. I don't know what to do because
Mhm.
I just she
Mhm.
she's a really good driver when she's not getting drunk,
Mhm.
but I don't think she drank ever since she's been on parole. But I, it just puts a lot of stress on me. Even though she could drive, like she could probably be, the way she drives, she's a really good driver. I was like, wow, she was driving at the top speed and kept it there, and she wanted to get there in a hurry. So then she drove the car so perfectly. I'm thinking, is this the same girl that put dents in the car? I
Yeah.
don't think so. So my
Mhm.
my summation about it is that
Mhm.
was when she.
Mhm.
I think she gets depressed and then starts drinking
Mhm.
while she's driving.
Yep.
And driving is her favorite thing. So
Mhm.
she she loves to drive.
Mhm.
So the whole thing is,
Mhm.
I I don't know. I felt sadness for her. I mean, even this one other black lady, but she was at Walmart. She says, "Oh
Mhm.
dear, why are you so down in the mouth?" And
Mhm.
she didn't hear it. Savannah didn't hear anything she said, but I heard it. I
Mhm.
said, did you hear what she said about you?" And she said,
Mhm.
"You're down in the mouth." No, she didn't. I said, "What do you mean? No, she didn't. She didn't say anything to me."
Mhm.
It's because she wasn't paying attention to what
Mhm.
the woman said.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
so I don't know. In the beginning, I was just like I
Mhm.
was just like a wallet, and I guess I am more like a wallet to her now, but it's because I mean, not more so actually it's the same. So the whole thing is I guess what was I gonna say? I forget. She does care about me, but I don't. I hated to cut her off. It hurts me so bad. I don't know what to do. I don't want to be here because I definitely want to help her keep her job until her parole is over. And now I just abandoned her.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I don't think she's what my sister says is she called her a black fat nigger, and that surprised me about my sister. I didn't know that my sister was like that, but that's what that's what that's what happens when white white people get damaged by black people,
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
uh, they call it and that to put it down. But
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't think that's the case for. Yeah, I don't think my sister. I'm surprised my sister even said that.
Yeah.
That really. Well, I thought, well, that's not.
Yeah.
Everybody's equal in the eyes of the Lord. I don't know.
Yeah.
My sister. My sister's going through a lot of trauma too. So I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, a lot
Yeah.
more probably than Savannah,
Mhm.
but I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, and I I think Savannah's mom knows more about Savannah than I do.
Mhm.
So I took Savannah's mom. Savannah's mom said, "I know you're going to share. I know you're going to give uh, the car to Savannah. So um, if anything happens, I'm holding you responsible." And so I stopped because I think Savannah's mom knows more about Savannah than I do.
Mhm. Yep.
So it's because she would rather, even if she would rather have a homeless daughter than a dead daughter.
Yep. Oh yeah, tough love. Yeah.
Not tough love.
Well, that's what Alcoholics Anonymous says to do. They got to
No,
reach
that's
rock
not.
bottom.
No, that ran into a totally different section that I didn't intend to go.
Okay, never mind. Skip it,
But-
as they say in the Three Stooges. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, but I mean, she basically, ChatGPT said she was protecting me, but I don't think her mom cares about me really.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the reason she was draining me as much as she did
Mm-hmm.
is because
Mm-hmm.
she needed a lot of people to help her, and she
Mhm.
didn't have anybody. And the
Yeah.
reason she didn't have anybody because she did what she did to her people or her friends, what she did to me, but they put a limit on it, and I didn't put any limits on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the problem is that sometimes I couldn't because her rent, the
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and no, what's bad about it? Nobody understands wants to understand her situation because I'm handicapped guy, and everybody thinks I'm just, I'm I don't know. Everybody thinks that I'm just being used and whatever, and I guess kind of, but it's because she has such impossible stuff to go through. I don't know, but she put me in it. She did put my situation in a possibility, even more so than she is now. I mean, but the problem is that she kind of really made things bad for herself because she just
Mm-hmm.
can't. She loves to drive, but she can't stay out of the car. But the problem is, then she gets depressed and drinks in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think she's doing it now at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know since Savannah's mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In some ways, I think it's Savannah's mom. She loves Savannah, but at the same time, I don't think I think her mom really wants Savannah to hurt a little bit because she used to call her all kinds of names.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never say the things that Savannah said to her mom. Oh, you fucking bitch. You're so jealous because somebody's paying by rent, and I don't know, but so I don't know. I think she wants me to cut her off because she wants to show. She wants, but I wasn't really paying her rent. She paid part of her rent, so it wasn't like she was trying. But then, my sister said, "Well, Olivia, she's living above her means." That statement doesn't make sense. Not when in the light of all the rent's going sky high. Because wherever you go, you're going to be living above your means. And it's because people are too rich. Yeah. So, and then, I mean, wherever Savannah or wherever my sister goes, they're both going to be living above their means because the rents are way too high. That's I don't understand why people don't get it. That you have to live above your means. No. It's not like Savannah's way. Savannah's not crazy. She's definitely very industrious and she's very capable of doing miracles for people. Like if she could probably fix up my place in no time. Her mom knows that that's the way it is, and I don't know, whenever someone needs help, moving or whatever, she's like she'll just do it. She'll do it in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
She's not lazy. It's not like she's not trying to. And that's what I hate about everybody. She's just having you. Why don't she get a job? Why don't she has a job. It just doesn't pay. It doesn't pay enough for 3 kids and all the stuff that she has to deal with 3 kids. Because Ben and her life aren't supporting them. So that's why I felt so caught up in the whole thing with her. I don't know. I know that my role is not to do it. And then and then my sister somehow thinks just because Savannah's black that somehow comparably, my sister and my sister and brother and me, we had a worse childhood than most black people would ever have. So, I know that sounds ridiculous to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
So I hear their story, and all day, if it's a girl, I was raped. Our story went way beyond that. Way beyond that.
Yeah.
But it's just my sister doesn't see that. She doesn't see that that I can't change my personality. I became the way I was because Savannah needed help and money and everything. But I do complain about not having money. But I guess when it comes down to it, I did not know that my nephew could ever make $400,000 a year. And then his wife makes $300,000. And that's all because of education. And his wife doesn't seem to be that smart. She's a nurse practitioner, but I don't understand. She really doesn't seem that smart. I don't know where she. I think she went to Penn State. I don't know. I can't remember. So, but my sister doesn't like her. Because what happens is, I think she. My sister doesn't think she's good enough for her son, and even his first wife She really didn't like her, but they, I don't know which one she likes better, but
Yeah.
um, I guess the problem is see, my sister
Mhm.
feels that she she that um that she paid the price of having a bad childhood, um, and so she measures that
Mhm.
in hardship, and she tries to do everything like she's under strain to do everything the right way. And so what happens is my sister is well,
Yeah.
my sister wants uh, her children's mother, which is
Mhm.
my nephew's Scotty's wife, but she wants her to
Mhm.
tend to her children
Yeah.
and have Scott tend to the children too,
Mhm.
but not as much as he's doing.
Mhm.
But she had to go. Well, I don't know. She forms a resentment. Somehow she hurt the girl with her opinions, and 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 so now her
Mm.
her daughter-in-law doesn't want nothing to do with
Mhm.
my sister, because I think it's because she somehow damaged her self-esteem, and
Mhm.
I don't know how, because I wasn't there every time she would talk to her.
Mhm.
Um, so
Mhm.
so now um, to get revenge,
Mhm.
or not to get revenge, to exert power, she won't let
Mhm.
Gina see her grandchildren
Mhm.
or her son Scotty,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's killing her.
Mhm.
I don't know, and I do worry about her because
Yeah.
she does have a gun,
Mhm.
and she talks about how I wish I was
Mhm.
dead, blah 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 blah, and I'm like thinking, yeah, I would really miss you, and
Mhm.
I don't know what I would do without you. And I
Mhm.
just really get scared because I don't know how to handle it. And then you know, and then me helping Savannah the way it does do. Um, she thinks that I should I should be helping her and only her.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then my brother and sister are both with it this way. I don't know why. If
Mhm.
you do anything, if they do anything for you, you got to do it.
Mhm.
You got
Yeah.
to do that stuff right
Mhm.
back to them.
Yeah.
And the problem is, number one, I am handicapped. I don't have the same. I have barriers to employment, barriers to education, barriers to people, and to a wife that I like, think that looks pretty. That people don't
Yeah.
want to play. I'm not handsome that much.
Mhm.
Uh, some girls said I'm just plain. So I don't know. There was a girl at
Mhm.
Walmart that I should have dated, but I don't
Mhm.
know. She seemed so open and pure, and she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous, and she liked me. And
Yeah.
the weird thing about it is, I was that scared me away. So I
Yeah.
just acted like I didn't want to date her. I
Yeah.
was sad.
Mhm. Yeah.
So maybe you're not listening to that.
No, 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 no. I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking about Walmart. I was trying to place myself in Walmart at the scene of the crime or whatever you want to call it. You know, that time where you were with this girl at Walmart, and and you neglected to make the first move. I think that's how they say it, right?
Well, I made the first move, but no phone.
But it was like a false move. It wasn't good enough, right? I mean, you know why it wasn't good enough, right? I mean,
I wanted to spare with. I wanted her to marry me or whatever, but I didn't
yeah,
know her. But I just thought.
hmm
But the
yeah,
problem is, I didn't want to saddle her with my dad.
hmm
She wouldn't have cared. That girl seemed so open and pure. She wouldn't have cared. And
yeah,
I regret it now.
hmm
My brother, and
hmm
a little bit of it is my brother and sister would be impressed a little bit, and I wouldn't be happy about that. That I'm a handicapped guy, but I can have a nice
yeah,
looking wife for one.
yeah,
One. So
yeah,
I messed it all up.
hmm hmm
And now I don't work at Walmart, so I don't see her.
yeah,
Mm. So I don't know. Um, this
Mhm.
medication makes you regret things.
yeah,
Because when I'm off of it, I don't feel
Mm.
as down.
yeah, yeah,
So, so the whole thing is this. I'm with you, Chris. I am with you.
hmm
I really, I want the same things that you want, but I
yeah,
guess I don't have my degree is not as high enough, so I don't know how I would do anything.
yeah. Do you see me as some
And
sort of vampire, like sucking off your energy or something like that, unnecessarily at times? Trying to use a
no,
movie reference.
no, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, the movie reference I was trying to make was to Blade 2, when Blade has to fight Nomak, who's like a more advanced vampire that has different anatomy than regular vampires. But he actually was given a secret mission um, to to do worse things to the world, um, without Blade knowing, even though he teamed up with the regular vampires to try and hunt down the other kind of vampires. Anyway,
Well, I've never liked that movie.
I know you, you mean because it was too black for you.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean the feel is, it's it's like a street gang, but the thing is, it's so much more than that, because like it turns out to be like the anti-hero type, that's the only one that can defend against this this sort of unseen darkness, if you will. It's a very
Well,
common
no,
movie trope.
I guess I was a little put off because it
hmm
seemed a little tacky to me.
hmm Well, I think for at least the second movie, the director was Benicio del Toro. And one of the commenters had said in one or more of his films that there was red blood, green blood, blue blood, orange blood, just lots of you know uh, violence and slicing and and chopping and stuff like that, um, basically. But I mean, it's it's how else do I say it? It's got to be a lucha, so to speak, a fight, because like, have you ever seen those old Mexican hero things with sort of like the ghosty mask and the weird underpants?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So some people do like parodies of that because they just don't get why it was so important to like Mexican cinema and stuff like that. But like that was the superhero motif for a lot of Latin American countries, just like the way that Superman was for America. Yeah, it was called El Santo. That was one of the more classic ones, and I guess in a way it sort of was a little bit like our Buck Rogers, but of course, you know, um, I'm not sure if Latin American characters like necessarily carry that sort of snideness that like American characters do, that sort of snippiness and you know I can show you I know more than you kind of thing, that a Buck Rogers type tries to show, or a Captain Kirk type tries to show, Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
Um, can I ask you a question?
Mhm. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
did you was your birth normal?
No, I had bad jaundice. I was very discolored and I had to be put under a sun lamp. That's technically a liver problem, right?
You were a baby?
Yes, as a baby, I was put under a jaundice lamp. I can Google it for you if you want.
Okay. I
Okay.
just asked.
Okay. Why are babies put under a jaundice light? Okay. It says babies are put under jaundice lights phototherapy because their bodies can't process bilirubin fast enough, causing yellow skin/eyes. The blue light changes bilirubin into a water soluble form that their system can easily excrete through urine and stool, preventing dangerous buildup that can harm the brain. This non invasive treatments help their immature liver get rid of the excess pigment safely and effectively, usually in a few days, with the baby wearing only a diaper and eye patches to maximize skin exposure. Interesting. Um,
Well,
yeah.
that explains you to a T, and I don't know how to put it to you this way, but
Well, mm,
you basically have a damaged brain.
yeah. I seem like a preemie, don't I? Because like my 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 process of democracy teacher was a little off, and then he's pretty open about admitting that he's a preemie, so that's why he's a little bit more nerdy and unaware, except for the fact that he's lived so much longer than us and gained so much more knowledge about how cooperative society works through the study of American politics. So the thing is, because he learned negotiation as a skill, he didn't need any, help for a disability, so to speak, because that basically taught him all the social skills he needed. I'm just extrapolating basically from what I know about him. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
because the reason that I noticed something, you see,
Hmm.
this your brain and my
Mhm.
brain
Hmm.
are similar because
Hmm.
I noticed that you can't stay focused on anything.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it
And
says
I
newborns
can't.
often have jaundice because their livers are still developing and they break down more red blood cells, producing more bilirubin. Yeah. Yeah.
So what I was saying is, you're very scattered with your thinking, and so am I. So, but that's typical of brain damage,
Yeah.
or at least that's what I think. I don't know if that's true, but
Okay, here we go. It says bilirubin can ruin a baby's brain by building up to extremely high toxic levels, hyperbilirubinemia, that cross the blood brain barrier, causing irreversible damage known as kernicterus or bilirubin encephalopathy, leading to issues like cerebral palsy, hearing loss, cognitive problems, and movement disorders. This usually
wow.
happens with severe, untreated newborn jaundice, but prompt treatment like phototherapy or blood transfusions effectively prevents it. Um, okay, so bilirubin is a waste product. It's formed from the breakdown of old red blood cells. Um, a healthy liver normally processes bilirubin, allowing the body to excrete it. Um, Newborns often have more red blood cells than immature livers, leading to a temporary buildup called jaundice. Um, okay. When levels get too high, the lipid soluble unconjugated bilirubin can pass through the blood brain barrier, which normally protects the brain. Okay. So the damage or kernicterus, bilirubin deposits in specific brain areas, especially the basal ganglia, affecting motor control. It's toxic to brain cells, causing inflammation and cell death. Consequences: cerebral palsy, involuntary movements, muscle stiffness, hearing loss, difficulty processing sounds, auditory neuropathy. Oh, you know what? That's part of the description of autism. Interesting. Vision problems, issues with eye movements. That's also what they say about ADHD as well. Only very specialized ophthalmologists offer uh, eye focus redirecting therapies. Interesting. Cognitive slash developmental delays, learning difficulties. That definitely sounds like autism. Interesting. And, and also the more severe forms of ADHD. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Um, let me see if I can find anything more about this. Uh, mhm. Yeah.
So your parents aren't considering that you're disabled,
Hmm. Yep. Hmm.
so they can't accept it.
Hmm. Yep.
I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to hurt you.
No, it's fine. Causes of hyperbilirubinemia may
It's
include
not fine.
polycythemia.
Fine.
I'm taking this as a learning opportunity. Do you want me to cry because it's appropriate to cry? All right. Too many
No, I
blood
just don't
cells in your
care.
body. Hemolysis, your body destroys red blood cells. This is a natural part of a cell's life cycle. Sometimes your body destroys cells too soon or more than usual. Let's see, injury during birth. Your baby may develop an injury during the birthing process, like a collection of blood under their scalp. cephalohematoma, bleeding between their skin and skull, subgaleal hemorrhage, or bruising. An underlying condition that affects your child's blood cells, like Rh hemolytic disease, or a condition that affects your child's liver, like Crigler-Najjar syndrome. Interesting. Wow. Hmm. Huh. Yeah. So, type 1 of Crigler-Najjar syndrome uh, dies at the end of childhood. Type 2 usually survives due to mild symptoms. This is kind of interesting.
Steven's called me.
Okay, yeah. See if you can double call. I mean, how do you do
Okay.
that? Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. If you have a mutation on the UGT1A1 gene, your body can't break down bilirubin, so its toxic form collects in your blood and tissues. If you have a toxic substance in your blood, it can cause life-threatening symptoms of Crigler-Najjar syndrome if left untreated. Huh. Okay, test to diagnose. Genetic testing to identify the mutated gene responsible for symptoms. Blood and or stool tests to determine how much bilirubin is in their blood and stool, such as liver function test or a complete blood count. Bilirubin blood test to detect how much bilirubin is in their blood. Interesting. Can do phototherapy. Can do treat infections. Taking medication to treat infections or illnesses that cause fever. Plasmapheresis removes toxic substances from the blood via blood transfusion. It removes the plasma from your blood and replaces it with healthy plasma, often from a donor. Liver transplant. Ooh, wow. Taking phenobarbital to prevent bilirubin from building up in your blood. Huh. Interesting. While very effective for treating Crigler-Najjar syndrome, exposing your skin to fluorescent light or sunlight can increase your risk of being exposed to ultraviolet radiation that can lead to skin cancer. The new technology that uses LED blue lights, similar to the light that emits from your phone screen, reduces your exposure to ultraviolet radiation and is the safest treatment option. Interesting. As you age and grow, phototherapy might become ineffective to treat Crigler-Najjar syndrome because your body mass increases, which causes your skin to thicken. This makes it more difficult for light to reach bilirubin molecules. Wow. Huh. All right. So, how to reverse kernicterus when you're an adult and it wasn't treated in childhood.
Hello.
Yeah.
I can't. He called me through. What is
Oh,
that
he
called?
called you through Facebook? Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah. So I'll have to call him. I think I.
Well, maybe I can jump onto Facebook Messenger. You can create a group with us both in it. Or you don't like that? You don't like that? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that? I don't care.
Oh, yeah, we can give it a shot. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. It's Facebook.
One
All right.
moment.
Well, all right.
Wait, you don't have Facebook anymore?
Huh?
You don't have Facebook Messenger anymore?
I think I do.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the app on my phone too. Messenger. Messenger. Okay. So I don't know if I have him as a friend. Steve Schelling, you say? Yeah, this guy, former part-time secretary at First EC Church, right? Be aware of scams. Accounts may pretend to be someone else to gain your trust and pressure you to share login details or send money. Review profiles carefully. All right. Yeah, that does look like him. All right, let me try this. Um. Okay. Hello. It's not giving me the call button. Why is it not giving me the call button? Why is someone who is not my friend on Facebook missing a call button? It's usually because of their strict privacy settings, limiting contact to friends only, you being restricted, their account status deactivated / limited, or a temporary app glitch. The primary fix involves them adjusting their settings to allow friends of friends or everyone to message / call. Well, you might also check your own device's permissions or try accessing via a web browser instead of the app. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're in trouble.